Today I'm celebrating Joe Strummer, the lead singer of The Clash, who, it's interesting, I've seen in recent years and heard many people criticising him for being a well-to-do art student and not as working class as he came across, and I don't know, making all sorts of jibes about people. It's so funny how we live in such polarised times that it seems difficult for anyone to accord an individual some respect for the unique style and talent that they brought to the world without having to judge whether or not it was this or that, comparing them to somebody else. But I have always loved his music. I've never been especially crazy about the full-on punk stuff, but the reggae stuff that they produced I found absolutely wonderful. And it's funny because in the world of reggae, white reggae is not always but often denigrated because, let's face it, it seems to be difficult for white people to be able to really imbue reggae with a sense of, well, what white people would call solemnity, what I imagine would be better termed dread by those within the Rastafarian culture. Some kind of humility, solemnity, some kind of weighty heaviness that's worthy of a religious expression such as reggae. And yet Joe Strummer and The Clash managed to do that beautifully and earn the respect of black and white artists alike. Their ventures into funk music when they went to New York were also amazing, and more than just the quality of the music, he was always someone who spoke out in a very forthright manner about the subjects that he was passionate about. Politically, I think I probably would find myself differing from him enormously. He spent some time venerating the Sandinistas, whose communist politic would not really gel well with my own perspectives on the world, and yet I can understand his desire to venerate these people who were fighting a cause in the face of great odds, where they were taking on corporate and colonial powers that were devastating their communities and trying to do so in the best way they could. So, life is complicated, music is complicated, people are complicated, and yet Joe Strummer always, to me, seemed like a man of integrity that did his best to express what was right to him through his music, through the course of his life. It's funny, I really feel sad that I never went along to, or haven't been along to, the festival that he helped to initiate. I believe that wasn't just initiated in his honour. I'm sure he started it before the end of his life. I would dearly love to go. I'm sure there must be a really great community of people there. But all this being said, I will link some of the music that I really adore of Joe Strummer and any other bits that I can think of. And for now, I'd just like to take a moment to celebrate the life of Joe Strummer.